Aren't we cute? Hello, welcome to the home front. I am Tyler, your host, and to my right, as always, is Mitch, my overly artistic friend, which doesn't have a shirt yet. But we're dressed very thematically for what we're about to review.
We are. What are we reviewing?
A trailer for a movie that I don't think has much hope coming out the gate.
No, as in none.
Here's the thing. I know we come off as really probably hyperly critical.
You think?
But at a certain point, I think a lot of these properties ask for it. And this one, I think we agree. Rarely do trailers come off as so, I'll say, pretentious. It thinks it's invented this idea. And we've seen it so many bloody times. Every movie, it has this trailer, and it's so long, and so it's just you could have accomplished all of this with so much less.
Yeah, they've seen the thumbnail.
They've seen the thumbnail. So we're going over the Wolfman.
If you don't know what a Wolfman is, you might be shocked by this trailer. But you know what a Wolfman is, so
everyone knows. Yeah, you've seen Twilight.
I've also seen this trailer 100 times. It
I
plays
know,
in every movie I go to see.
Single
it drives
one.
me nuts.
It's like they're really trying to get this thing off its feet. So one of the things too is that I think that this is another attempt for them to create their MonsterVerse.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I have not looked up this. I have not looked this one up specifically, but back.
Why does it have to play the whole scene? This is actually worse than what it was at the theater because they trimmed it down in the theater.
A little bit, yeah.
In this is I'm just playing everything. Okay,
Did you get that there's a monster out there?
Oh, yes.
There's a monster out there.
And then someone gets taken away. Oh my gosh.
So, from what I understand, there was Dracula Untold. There was Wolfman, which another movie called Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins. And then there was Invisible Man was the other one.
Oh, that's right.
So
and The Mummy, right?
And The Mummy with Tom Cruise. So there was a series of films that they were trying to build this MonsterVerse thing. It was like a Marvel thing for old school monsters. Here's the thing. It's not a bad idea to make those kind of movies if you're doing it in a classical style and as long as you disconnect them. Trying to connect them all like this and franchise it.
So you've shown the cut. So now we know he's Wolfman. What else is there to show? How far are we into this trailer? We now know everything. 1.5 minutes.
No, we don't know. He might not.
And then it's doing this, what if?
Someone you loved becomes someone you don't.
And they're just spending all these scenes like he's transforming. As if someone's sitting in the theater going, what's happening?
What is he becoming?
What?
He's changing into something else.
And it's here's his perspective, which one shot is okay because it tells us you're going to get all psychological on us. But the other thing is you're not going to. You're just doing a generic horror movie and you know it. Don't try to tell me that you're some kind of weird artistic art house film. You're not. You wouldn't have a trailer that looked anything like this if you were. And then it's oh, we got to do one of these scenes.
I hate these scenes so much because it's coming 10 miles away, and you're oh, is she going to see him in the windshield? I bet you she's going to see him when the lights come on.
And then there
he is.
Oh,
there he is.
Also, he looks more like an old man than he does a wolf, but whatever.
Shave, man, shave. Okay, so I got a question. Let's
Okay. What's up? What's your question?
Seems so frustrated. Okay, so number one, if you were to get a Wolfman movie, how would you do it? Would you do classical, or would you try and do it like this?
Classical.
Oh.
I wouldn't do it anything like this. Mine would be in black and white.
Okay. Yeah, you're not ever
It'd be Academy ratio, black and white. I would do it like the Universal Horror Pictures from the...
like Hammer Horror?
No, before that.
Oh, nice.
Like the old school ones, like
Nice.
Creature from the Black Lagoon and Mummy.
heck yeah.
I would do it like that. I would do it like almost borderline Mystery Science Theater level. So where it's like funny, but then see the whole thing is I would have all this new filmmaking technology.
Right.
So whenever I decide to break the rules, and I will, then it'll be freaky because it's like I've lured you in.
So you're just gonna pull a Robert Eggers with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Two. My second question. As it exists, how would you make this trailer?
I would have just cut it down to 30 seconds and just shown the part about like the accident, like this the clip where it's like what is it? What are they driving? It's not even a car.
Like a U-Haul truck?
Or a U-Haul. Oh, because they're moving. Oh my gosh.
They're moving out to a new home.
All right. So I would just have a shot of that, like, so you see, car accident.
Okay.
And then I would have like this shot. Well, they can't see it, but this shot where they're running in the forest. They're like freaking out. There's something out there. Just someone says something like that. Just get a clip of that. And then I would do the shot of him with the flashlight out the window. And then I would probably keep the shot where she's like, Daddy, you're scaring me. Because at that point, you wouldn't know if it's because he's transforming or if it's because he's just like got a gun and he's boarding up windows and he's freaking out and she's just scared because of that reason.
Okay.
Because that's what I would want. I would want the mystery of like who gonna die. To be and here's the other thing. If I was constrained to make it, because I know I would want like some weird art house movie. If I was constrained to make it like a modern movie, I would make it more like Night of the Living Dead, and I would just use this house and this family and have wolfmen attack them. But I would also have I probably need some other external force because maybe he can. I don't know. The guy they cast seems like kind of a wimp. I don't think he can take on wolfmen. So I would probably recast the leads and I would make them a lot more capable. They would be like lumberjack style, and so they would be kind of used to this. Maybe they're like homesteaders and they're leaving a homesteading lifestyle and they're going to move into the city or something. But then they get trapped. And then when they get attacked, they're just like axing wolfmen and stuff. Because the whole thing is like in Night of the Living Dead, like they have to be able to defend themselves.
Sure.
And those are slow zombies, so it makes sense. But in this, Wolfman is really strong. So I would have to have them be pretty capable. I mean, you could still take them as kind of weak, but then just get like an advantage. Like they're just, they use their intelligence. I'm not saying Home Alone, but you get the idea. Like set up a trap or something, and then
tarantulas and paint cans and things.
Yeah. Tarantulas.
BB guns.
Tarantula. And then you could still have the dad get like bit or scratched or whatever, but it needs to be concealed. And maybe you shoot the movie from like the child's perspective kind of a little bit, so like they don't know. And
have you seen 28 Days or 30 Days a Night or something like that?
Is that the one
with
where
Josh Hartnett?
And he's like turning into a vampire or whatever, and it's in the snow.
It's in the snow.
Yeah.
And there's vampires that come and take over this town because it's 30 days of night in Alaska. Yeah. So they get locked down and they're trying to survive for that time.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Sounds like kind of what you're
kind of
going
like
for.
that.
Like you're isolated and you're dealing with this threat that's
isolated, dealing with the threat. I mean, actually, that house they go to, someone should live there, and he could be like, "You're on my property."
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you need somebody tough.
You saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, at least have some fun with it, because this movie seems like zero fun. It seems like nothing but generic horror movie scares.
Yes, it does.
But that they play up like it's some original concept. Like, what if someone turned into
a monster?
A monster.
What if you couldn't trust the one you're supposed to?
It's like we've discussed this topic for literally thousands of years.
Right?
Thousands, going as far back as Beowulf.
Right.
Like, what is new about this? Like, I don't understand.
I think if I were to do trailer...
Yeah, how would you do it?
I would probably just have... Like, I'd want to go kind of more Kubrick with it. So I would have the actual titles like coming in, and you can only see through the letters.
Did Kubrick do that a lot?
No, but it seems like something he would do. I mean, he may have, but I don't know.
Okay.
But you know how it's kind of like fading into the screen, and you can only see through the letters?
Uh-huh.
And through the letters, I would have a silhouette of the dad, like kind of just standing there, and the girl looking up at him, and then have her deliver that line, "Daddy, you're scaring me." Maybe like a bit of blood dripping off his fingers.
Okay.
And then it would come in, do the Wolfman thing, and probably have some like crazy fanfare, like the violins going nuts.
Yeah.
And that would be it. That's it. Like
Okay.
5-10 seconds long. Because I think this is the way the trailer should go anyway. It's like, can you purvey your idea in a short amount of time to make me want to see it? Or does it have to be the whole bloody movie I've got to watch in order to make me like, yeah, I might go see that. It's like, I just watched the whole thing. Like, I know this movie is going to, I mean,
Dad turns into a werewolf.
And he
twist.
Probably dies at the end.
Well, he's going to have to.
They're going to have to
He's
kill
not going to
him.
kill his family.
Right.
And then he'll probably injure the mom. And but then the mom will kill him. And then the mom
Or he'll
will
kill himself before he becomes the monster within.
No, he's too late. She'll kill herself. She'll recognize the danger.
Sure.
And then she'll be like, go. It's
Run,
fine. I'll be right
child.
behind you. And then she'll off herself somehow. And,
I do like...
It'll be very generic and nobody will like it.
Yeah, it's going to get low ratings.
And
sure.
it's going to get like a 60, 70 something from audiences because they'll be like, well, it was scary.
Just what I wanted. I saw some blood and gore.
There's plenty of blood and guts, so it was
that a
fine.
lot.
Except there won't be because unless he's supposed to like kill other people. I mean, they'll find
It'll
some
probably
way.
have some body horror. He'll probably change somehow. I think, yeah, some of that like more urban exploring or rural exploring would be interesting. Like they delved too greedily and too deep and woke the Wolfman, or something where you don't understand it or whatever. Or like miners or people that go too far out in the wilderness or something and come across it.
Well, also, why is it just this family of 3 in the car?
Yeah,
talk about limiting yourself in a freaking horror movie where you need bodies.
Yeah, because you've limited your ability to create tension because you're not able to kill anybody.
Right. So you have to introduce new characters, and anytime someone new shows up, we know they're dead.
Right. Exactly. The neighbor's going to go, is everyone okay in there? It's like,
yeah.
How long
one
is he
of those.
We could probably make bets. Make a drinking game. All right. If he dies under 5 minutes, take a shot.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes back to Night of the Living Dead as well, because in that movie, it starts off following one character, but she's not actually the protagonist because she can't handle the zombies. Have you seen Night of the Living Dead?
Yes. Yeah, that's when the little neighbor girl comes over, right? And they let her in, and she kills the dad. Because they go to bed, and then she opens the door, and then she goes nuts because she thinks she's sick or whatever, and she bites the dad. And then the dad switches and tries to get into her, and then she gets out and runs away. I remember how that movie... That's the one where they're sitting up on the rooftops, and they're killing people that look like celebrities. That one.
No.
How do you not remember these parts?
No, that's not in that movie.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No, I don't think so. No, this is
the
movie.
This is Dawn of the Dead.
I have not
seen
it's not Dawn of the Dead. It's
Never mind.
Night of the Living Dead. It's the black and white one. Well, actually, I don't even know if it was black and white. Sorry, I saw that movie under the strangest circumstances, which I will talk about at some point, I'm sure. But it was super surreal. I didn't realize I was watching Night of the Living Dead, and I only found out after it was over.
So this is
that's
a
what
classic movie.
It's a classic movie.
Okay.
But it's still the same guy who did Day of the Living Dead or Day of the Dead or whatever. I don't know. The woman in the shopping mall. Anyways, this one is like, it starts off with this woman, and it actually comes across like a B movie, like hardcore. She just goes to like a cemetery because she's gonna like put some flowers for someone's grave, and then there's a zombie there, and she's like, "Oh my goodness!" and like just super low key reaction, like, "Oh, get away from me," and like not really getting it, and then she's like, "Oh, he's being really creepy and weird, and it's not stopping," and so she runs into this house and kind of like boards up the doors or whatever, and then someone else, he's either there or he shows up there, and he's got it together. He's like, "Dude, lady, this is serious business. Like, people are going crazy out there. Do you know what's going on?" And then they get some other people. So they sort of have, a collection of people that come into this house, and they're trying to defend it. And they all kind of differ on how serious the situation is, what to do with it.
Okay.
And, that's where all the drama comes in. And then it's got that really poignant ending that I don't want to spoil for those who haven't seen it. If you've not seen it, it is very good.
I haven't seen it.
But it plays on the tropes a little bit. It's like, well, here you have the dumb character, and they don't die right away. They kind of preserve.
Sure.
And this becomes, the zombie storyline stereotype. But, like, that started a trend. It wasn't always like that. And, like, this is just, dude, How could you not watch Night of the Living Dead when you have like isolated group of people in a small house get attacked by a monster? Go do some research about what's come before and why it was effective. Ask yourself some thoughtful questions.
I think they did. What if someone you loved became something else? It's great.
It's terrible.
It just bleeds generic. Like it bleeds unoriginal.
It's not artistic and it's not fun. So it's committing both sins that a movie should never commit.
Oh, that's fair. So there you go. Wolfman.
We're not reviewing that movie, by the way.
Yes, we are.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be put through that.
We're gonna see it.
It's gonna be like 2 hours of just like
see it. Probably not gonna see it. It's not interested.
I'm good.
So there's been our review. Thanks for watching.